Hello, welcome to my channel, Diamonds and Microplastics. My name is Kristen, and today I am bringing you 5 budget kits from the marketplace Temu that we're going to unbox and review. I'm only going to actually unbag and go over the toolkit in this first one. The rest of them I have laid out to pre-flatten. First of all, Senterwan is basically like the premium of budget kits. So in some cases, their paintings are a little bit more money than some of the cheapest ones that you can find on Temu or AliExpress. However, the prices do fluctuate, so I recommend checking your price adjustments after you buy. I ended up getting quite a bit of money back on these ones that I got. So let's talk about budget kits. Unfortunately, there's a lot of art theft that tends to go on with budget kits, and so sometimes you can even find very well-known artists that are with big name diamond art companies, and you can find them that have been, basically like stolen and put onto a cheap canvas that you can find on one of these marketplace sites. And that is really unfortunate for the independent artists that work on them. It's a hard go of it for them to make a living as it is, and art theft is, it really doesn't help them. In my opinion, if you cannot afford or cannot regularly afford the premium licensed kits, um, I think that the more ethical option for art is to get AI art. Now, there's a lot of different opinions on AI art and exactly how ethical it is. Ultimately, there's no ethical consumption under capitalism, etc. And some people think that AI in and of itself is stealing from artists. I don't agree, but I understand why people come to that conclusion, and I respect that they have come to that conclusion. And I do plan to do some videos in the future about things like recognizing AI art and how to avoid it if that's what you want. In any case, a lot of at least on Temu, which is the one that I use. I don't really use AliExpress, but at least on Temu, I've noticed, a big proliferation of AI art in the diamond paintings that I sometimes scroll through just to browse. And I think it's probably because number one, it's fairly cheap to get. And number two, they are not subject to copyright in most cases. So I believe in the US, the current law is that it's an AI image is not copyrighted unless a human has made changes to it. So therefore, these companies, they can just, they can steal the AI image from each other, and it's technically not really stealing because it's not copyrighted. And they don't have to worry about takedown notices or anything like that. So I think that's probably a big part of why so many of them are turning more towards AI rather than, not as much stealing of actual artists' art as there have been previously. There is also AI art that is IP infringement, so intellectual property infringement. And so you'll see a lot of AI art that say like Disney characters or something like that. So technically it's an image that AI made, but because it's of like a character that belongs to, say, Disney or something, it is technically IP infringement and it could get taken down. There's definitely a spectrum of ethicalness, shall we say. And it's really up to each person to decide where they fall on that spectrum. And I'm not going to judge people for that, but these are all AI images that I'm going to show you today. And to the best of my knowledge, none of them are any IP infringement. Let's get into our first one. So you'll see that it comes in this branded bag. So that's quite nice for storing it. It has it's supposed to have a little zipper on the top, but it looks like mine has come off. I'm just going to split it with my fingernail. So the canvas comes on one of these foam dowels. This one is a bit too short for this canvas, so the edges are a little bit wrinkly, but they should relax and release a bit of that wrinkle once we get it off of there. We have got our diamonds. They are in zip top bags. And I'm not going to pull out each individual one just because it makes a mess, but this is our color spread. According to the listing, these are resin diamonds, which usually you only get with more luxury brands. I can see right here, there's an AB diamond. The listing also says that these come with 3 to 5 ABs each. It'll be interesting to see where they're charted. Oh yeah, you can see this kind of tan color is also an AB. And do I spot any others? I don't really. I only see the 2 right now. But anyway, so they're already kitted up in these zip top bags. If that's how you like to work on your diamond paintings. I like to put them into separate storage containers, but that's just me. I kind of prefer when they're in a heat sealed bag because I find that these zip top bags can be a little finicky when you're trying to dump them into jars or whatever, but it's not the end of the world. I can deal with it. That's fine. The last thing we're going to get into is the toolkit here. So it comes in this nice little fabric bag. And I do have quite a few of these now because I got several kits. I can't do anything by half measures. So inside we have one pen with a grip. Dropping it. It looks like we have a 3-placer and probably like a 9 or a 7 plate. 9. It does have a 9 on it. We have a 9-placer. We have 4 pieces of purple wax. We have some metal tweezers. They are very thin. They have a bent nose, but they're better than no tweezer, I suppose. And then this tray is kind of a nice upgraded tray. It's got a little spout here so that you can pour out your diamonds. Now then, as far as the canvas, it is taped closed to keep it on this dowel. So I am just going to have to struggle with this tape a moment. All right, that was harder than I expected, but I got the tape off. So let's unroll this here. This is poured glue, so you can roll it backwards to get it to lay flat. So here's the canvas. So it is a mermaid, and let's see. We have a total of 40 colors. That, in my experience, is very good for a budget kit. A lot of the other budget kits that I have gotten in my past, but before I really knew about the art theft and things like that, they tend to only have about like 20 to 25 colors. So this one has 40, which is really good. I see a DMC code, but I do not see any indication of which are ABs or not. So I think that the only way you'd find that is to actually open up the diamonds and look at the ABs and compare them to the legends. We do have the legend, one on each side. We have our Senterwan branding up at the top. Yeah, this is a pretty colorful canvas. Let's take a look at the drill field. So it is in these shadowy areas, it is, I think, a little bit difficult to see. It might be good to use a light pad on those areas. But other than that, I think that the symbols look pretty clear. There is no grid on here, which is nice. This is a round kit. At the bottom here, we do actually have the stats. Sorry, I'm getting some weird shadows here. We do have the stats. So canvas size 45 by 45 centimeters, round diamonds with 40 colors, including 3 AB. Okay, so it does say right there, pro level with 19,881 diamonds. And then we have a barcode on this side. In terms of the canvas, it's not as nice as the premium kits, but it does have a bit of a velvety back, which is nice. And it is definitely a nicer material than other budget kits that I've gotten. It's definitely an upgrade from, some of those kits that are, say, like $5 on these sites. So that is nice. In terms of the plastic cover, it's fairly thin. It's not as thin as others. You can pull it back and flatten it out on your canvas. There it is. It does look like it's a bit prone to wrinkles, which is unfortunate. The glue feels very sticky. That is good. Here's this AB. It's kind of like a beigey kind of skin tone color almost. So it is number 13, which is a D. It looks like we've got some of that in her hair. It looks like there's a bit on this highlight in her on her scales. It looks like we've got a bit kind of a little bit down here in these colors. So we've got this like kind of aqua blue, some nice AB coating on it. Let's see, that one is number 34, which is a Y. I think I see it a bit in maybe the water up here. Yes, so it looks like that aqua AB, it looks like it's in this kind of lighter water. Okay, I only found 2 of the ABs, but I've been kind of messing up the packaging, and I need to roll this back up because I'm not going to work on it right away. So I don't want to get too much further into it, but let's move on to our next one. So this is our next one. I have it turned sideways, but hopefully you can still make out the image. It's some kind of like white and gold dragon. This one has 38 colors. So a similar amount, although this one is not quite as colorful as the other one, I would say. So that's still a good amount of diamonds, I would say. Let's look. This one is actually a square kit. So you can see, here's our color spread. And we've got, I can see already we have like an aqua AB here. Let's see, can I make out any others? We have a lot of this white AB here. Let's check the bottom schematic. Sorry for knocking you. So let's see. So here we have a square set, or we have a canvas that is 40 centimeters by 55 centimeters. It says diamond square 38, including 3 AB. Pro level with 26,852 diamonds. And there's kind of a bit of a cropped look of what it looks like. It is a little bit pixelated, but that's kind of what I would expect from such a detailed image at this size point. I still think it looks pretty good. I mean, I think it's definitely very good for its price. There does seem to be quite a bit of confetti, which makes sense. This is probably digitally charted. So there's basically 2 kinds of charting. There's hand charting and digitally charting. So with the digital, a computer just does it all. And so you can kind of end up with a bunch more confetti and kind of some strange colors that go together. But when you stand back and look at it, those colors kind of blend together and create the shadows and things that are supposed to be there. Whereas with hand charted ones, someone goes in personally and chooses the colors. So there you tend to have a lot more color blocking. You don't have the kind of random colors sprinkled throughout. Obviously most budget ones are going to be computer charted because it costs a lot of money to have a person sit there and actually do all that work. Oh, and I do actually see a pink AB there as well. So we've got a pink, a white, and we saw that there was like a light blue. Yes. Oh, looks like we have a runaway drill right here, but that's fine. So anyway, so we found our 3 in that one. This one is definitely the biggest of the ones that I got. And it is this beautiful pink fox. It actually has, I think, quite good detail on it because it is kind of a close-up image. So there's not quite as much fine detail because things are closer to, I'm not sure what the art term is, but, closer to where you're viewing it. There seems to be a decent amount of kind of small color blocking. So not huge sections of one color in one area, but kind of like little clusters. So that's pretty nice. Let's see, we have 35 colors. We have 40 by 70 centimeters. This one's a lot bigger. Square, 35 colors, including 3 AB again. Pro level with 34,935 diamonds. There's that one. Here's our color spread. Very pink, very beautiful. And I did see on the back here we have a white AB. Not a lot of it, but a bit. Let's see, can we find our other ABs in here? I see a red AB right there. It's kind of hard to see, but hopefully you can make out a couple of those little ones there. And oh, and this kind of like an off-white AB right down here. Next up, we have this little dragon lizardy guy. I'm assuming he must be a dragon. Anyway, I love the colors in this one. It has 35 colors. It's 45 by 45. It's a round with 35 colors, including 3 ABs. These have all had 3 ABs so far. I wonder which ones have 4 or 5. Anyway, pro level with 19,881 diamonds. Here is our color spread. So got quite a few different colors in here. Again, we have a white AB on the end. And let's look for our other 2. Oh, I thought I saw, oh, this purple. This purple right here is an AB. Where is the third one? Sometimes the bags get a little bit stuck behind each other and it can be difficult to see all of them. I think I'm still seeing that purple one right there. Okay, I don't see the third color. This one I noticed the bag of drills does have the number and the size on it. Most of them do not have this sticker, which is something that would be nice if they would change, just in case you store your canvases flat and keep your drills separate. But otherwise, I would just take a marker and write on the plastic itself which one it goes with. Lastly, this one is probably my favorite one. I mean, she just looks like a Disney princess to me. And this is a Disney princess that I would want to watch her movie. But anyway, I just think she is so beautiful. They have the archway in the background that's kind of framing her, and the moon, the flowers and everything. I love her jewelry. I just love everything about this. Her hand isn't weird, which is always nice with AI. This piece has 40 colors exactly. So it is a pretty colorful piece. Seeing that it only has 40 colors, I'm a little nervous that maybe it's not enough, but we'll have to see. It is, let's see here, a round with 40 colors, including 3 ABs again. It's 45 by 45, pro level with 19,881 diamonds. Here is our color spread. So we have a lot of nice, like, kind of jewel tones. Look at that yellow right there. And let us look for some ABs. I see some purple ABs right there. Not really sure where those I bet probably go in like these little flowers here. There's a pink AB right there. That doesn't surprise me. I would bet that probably goes into the pink gems and maybe the pink flowers. I don't think I see the third one, so it's probably hidden in there somewhere. So what's my conclusion on these? I really like these. I think these look really nice. The images are nice. They're fairly clear. I think that this particular, I call her a princess one, is maybe a bit more charted like other budget kits where they kind of just slap like the grid of letters on top of a picture. Whereas some of the other ones that we saw, like the fox and the white dragon, it kind of looks more like it's been pixelated. Like the color definitely is always the same under the symbol. So that will be interesting to see how that works up. I think though, for the most part, I think these have a pretty good render. I think they're definitely the premium of budgets. I think that is correct to say. They have decent canvases. This one, it was all kind of, you might see it's a little bit wrinkly along the edges. It was like that first one where the foam rod was not long enough. And so the edges got a bit crumpled in transit, but it is relaxing. And I believe that you can just like maybe steam them to kind of relax them a bit more. I think the resin diamonds are a really big upgrade. Most budget kits, almost all budget kits, are going to be acrylic drills, which they're okay, but they're not as nice as resin. So I think that is going to be a really big upgrade in terms of getting those. I also just want to say I mentioned it at the beginning, but check your price adjustments if you buy from this company in Temu, or if you buy from anything from them. I bought a 6 canvas that's not Senterwan, but for the Senterwan ones, I initially spent about $96 Canadian to get all 5 of them. And I ended up getting about $24 back in price adjustments over the next week or two. So that is a huge savings. One of the paintings, the pink fox one, it was like $22 when I bought it, and it had gone down to about $11. So I got those $11 back. And so that can really stretch your budget a long way if you are, someone who's on a tight budget but still wants to diamond paint. You can end up getting 2 of these pretty good canvases for the price that it was initially listed for. I think the quality is just a lot better than similarly priced budget canvases on these sites. You get a lot more colors for a similar price, and that's going to give you a lot more detail, and it's just going to look so much better than having, half as many colors for a similar price or maybe a slightly cheaper kit. In my opinion, it's worth it to spend maybe like, $2 or $3 more and get double the colors. I did actually do a little bit of number crunching about how much these cost, because it can be kind of hard to compare prices when everything is different sizes and whatnot. So I found that on Senterwan, of their current offerings, I just kind of took a variety of sizes and prices, and I averaged out that they are about 76 cents per 100 centimeter square. So that would be a 10 by 10 centimeter space. It's just doing it by 1 square centimeter just makes the number way too abstract and tiny. But so per 10 by 10 section, it's 76 cents. In comparison, some of the big name diamond painting premium companies, theirs can be around like $3.32 per. Some of the cheaper canvases can be anywhere from like 30 cents to like 35 to 50 cents. With my price adjustments though, my price per 100 square centimeters actually went down, and it ended up being down to more like around 50 to 55 cents per 100 square centimeters because of those price adjustments. So like I said, I took into account some of their more expensive canvases that they have listed at like $20, $18. But when I bought ones that were those prices, I got the price adjustments. So it actually brought that price per 100 square centimeter unit, brought it down quite a bit to about 50. So really not much more than the very small ones, but a very significant savings on the premium kits. With all that said, this is where I'm going to wrap up the video. Thank you for watching. I do plan in the future to have reviews of these Senterwan canvases. I have seen other people do unboxings and reviews of the unfinished canvases, but I've yet to see too many that are finished. So my plan is to finish 1 or 2 of these and then come back and give you a post review. So keep an eye out for that. Maybe not too soon though, because I'm not the fastest diamond painter in the world. Anyway, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. It will help me a lot as a new channel, and I would appreciate it a lot. Thanks so much. Have a good day. Today is another day, and it's actually been so long since I recorded the first part of this video and haven't got around to editing it that I actually placed a custom order with Senterwan, and it has arrived. So I'm going to pop up a picture of this AI generated image that I came up with from Midjourney, And this is what I sent into them. I believe, I'll put it on the screen if I need to correct it, but I believe that for this larger size that they offer, the aspect ratio was 7:11. So just in case you're wanting to try it out for yourself. But anyway, let's flip over the canvas and take a look at the render that they gave me. Ta-da! So I had a bit of a disagreement with my boyfriend if it looked like her thumb was on the outside of her hand or not. Oh, there goes a cat running through. However, I figured that in diamond art form, you wouldn't really be able to tell. And I think it looks fine. And if not, I can maybe do something with replacing some shading drills to make it look like it's on the right side of her hand. But so I'm not too worried about it. But it is, so this is interesting. This is the first custom that I've ever ordered. And as I expected, there's a good amount of kind of digital confetti down at the bottom here in these bottles, of course, in the light in her hands. But we do have some really big sections of blocking of what's going to be our 310 black color, to the point actually that, and I don't really think this is their fault. I think the image is like this too, that her hair and her clothes, there's not really any distinction. So that I'm going to have to see when I lay down drills. I may want to try to put some drills in to maybe make like a little like line to kind of make it distinct where her hair ends and her clothes begin. But anyway, overall, I think that this is going to be an interesting project to do, I think, to try my first custom. I definitely have plans to get customs, usually with AI images from other companies and compare them all. But since this was Senterwan, I just wanted to come in here and show you this one as well. So we still have that really nice felt back canvas. They gave me 40 colors. I am not sure without opening the bag how many of those are specials, but I believe there are supposed to be a couple of specials. The overall size you might see at the top here is 40 by 60. I believe that is the size of the entire fabric, and the size of the, there's a cat. The size of the image itself is actually 35 by 55, because I know I had to do the math and figure out what aspect ratio to make my image so that it would fit, because they don't do custom sizes for Senterwan. They just give you a couple of, I believe it was 2 options of sizes that are both different aspect ratios. So I had to figure out, what it was for that. And I obviously wanted to try the bigger sized canvas rather than the smaller one. But overall, I think the rendering looks pretty good. There is, like I said, I expected some confetti because these aren't going to be hand rendered or hand touched up or anything. They just can't really do that with customs, at the scale that they work at and such. And I think most places don't really do hand touch-ups of customs. But anyway, that is fine. That is fine. Let me take a look at our drills. So here is our color spread. We have, I think, 4 huge bags of black. Anyway, so there we go. We've got lots of earth tones. We've got some beautiful greens. Let me see, can I spot any specials? Oh, I see this light yellow is an AB. Any others? I'm going to open these up and take a look, and I will pull out any specials. I am only finding this one bag of specials, which is an AB. I thought the listing, I'd have to look back, but I thought the listing said it came with more, and it's possible that I might have missed them. I did flip through all the baggies, but this is the only one I spotted. And this one is kind of in the second ring of color of the little flare of light in her hands. So I'll have to see when I kit up this kit if there are any other ABs hiding that I couldn't find. But as of right now, that looks to be all there is. I am glad that, it seems like someone actually looked at the picture and thought, where is an appropriate place for a special? They didn't just pick a random color or pick like the biggest color, because I think it would probably be a hot mess if they had have chosen the AB to be, or so the AB to be like the black of like all of her hair and cloak and everything like that. So I'm glad that they put that human touch into it of choosing a good spot for the specials to go. But anyway, I think I'm going to wrap it up here. That's about all I have to say. I am very excited to work on some of these projects, and I'm going to be sure to report back and let you know what they're like when they're finished. Thanks so much for watching. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe, all the things like that, and I will see you next time. Bye.